Hi, you're at Hangsters in Daytona Beach, Florida. Today we're going to present something to you that is totally out of character for us down here. We specialize in muscle cars, 60s, early 70s. But when this came available, I saw this thing and fell in love with it. I had to have this car. I just had to have it. And so I'm going to present it to you today. Now you got to bear with me because I'm not a Volkswagen guy. I'm about as much a Volkswagen guy as I am a truck specialist. So muscle cars and exotics are my forte. It has a motor. It's not in the front, this one's in the back. It's Volkswagen. It does have 80 horsepower according to what I understand. Don't quote me on it, but that's what I understand the 78 fuel injected Volkswagens had. It is a horizontally opposed four-cylinder. I do know that much about them. This car is a special edition car. It was made, from what I understand, again, 1 year only, 1978. I think they stopped production of the Super Beetles in 79. This particular one is a 78. It's called a Champagne 2 edition, and it was only available in a few colors. This one being a very rare color called Red Peach. And if you see it in the sunlight, it almost looks copper, I'm sure, you know, on the video that Devin's shooting, but whenever you see it in the sunlight, it kind of looks like a red peach. That's what the color really is. Everything on this car is original. It is as nice a vehicle as you will ever find. It's a two-owner vehicle. It originated its life in Germany, obviously, but it spent most of its life in California. Then it went from there to Tennessee, and the car now resides with us in Daytona Beach, Florida. The undercarriage of this car, which you'll see in the presentation that Devin and I do, is absolutely 100% new, just the way it was in 1978 when the car was produced. The fenders are nice. There's no paint blisters, no marks, no dings, nothing on this vehicle. I used it for 2 days just to drive it back and forth when we got it. I wanted to run some of the gas out of it, but nothing happened. I drove it for 2 days and it's still full. So anyway, it runs fine, it drives fine. It's a 4-speed manual shift transmission. There's the engine. It does have fuel injection. It's a horizontally opposed four. Everything on this thing is absolutely as it was in 1978 when it left the factory. So let's go around this vehicle and we'll see if we can find any imperfections in it for you. Yep. Well, we're up front now. We started in the back with the engine. I found out there's nothing up front here to drive it, so we found one in the back. This car is just exemplary in every sense of the word. It's an absolutely gorgeous vehicle. It's a vehicle that we normally would not buy here at Hangsters, but I fell in love with it and I had to bring it in and present it for sale. It's that kind of car, it's that quality of vehicle that you become used to from Hangsters. So this particular car is a Champagne Edition 78 Volkswagen Super Beetle. The paint on this thing is called Red Peach. I guess it's a couple year only color, very rare color option on this car. The paint is absolutely gorgeous on it. You can see the molding going down through the center. This car originated, it spent most of its life in California, so there's really no rust, no deterioration, no issues whatsoever structurally with this body. Hood fitment. I don't know. I never went around a Volkswagen before, but I'm assuming it's good because the gap is the same the whole way around. It feels like about 1/8 of an inch. The chrome on the handle in the front is absolutely like new. There's some rubber beading that goes between the fenders and the front pan and the, I guess, side of the fender. I don't know what you call it. But that beading is nice and resilient, yet very nice and original. The turn signals, parking lamps, just like brand new. The chrome on top of them, no patina whatsoever, very nice. Trim rings around the headlights, just as nice as you'd ever want to find. No dents or marks on these fenders anywhere. No chips. No chips even down low on the front fascia, on the front pan. Nothing around this headlight either. The bezel on this one is the same as the other one, just thick with chrome, very nice. Again, you can see the chrome on our parking light turn signal on the fender here, just as nice. Again, this beading This separates the body panels, nice and resilient yet rubber. Doesn't appear to have ever been replaced. Chrome on the front bumper, obviously you can see that is just as nice as could possibly be. There's a rubber bumper on the front. No marks on it anywhere. Little rubber ends on it, plastic ends on it, and they're nice as they could be. I don't see anything at all on the front of this vehicle. The paint is gorgeous. There are no dents, no dings, no chips, no marks whatsoever. Absolutely none. Let's see what we can find on the side of it for you. Okay, down the driver's side, you can see the trim, which is, from what I can see, it's aluminum. It's anodized aluminum. It's not stainless, but it is absolutely flawless. The trim, the inset around the rubber on the windshield, which is a tinted window, by the way, is just as nice as could possibly be. There's nowhere, most of these are turning yellow or missing. This one is just as fresh as new as can be. Antenna, manual power, of course. Where the dashboard transitions onto the base of the windshield, just like the day it left the factory. Very, very nice, very new. Wiper arms, wiper blades, look like Bosch blades. They're definitely Bosch arms, and they're original equipment, the way they would have come from the factory. Optional dog dish centers with the anodized aluminum hubcap that holds on with them. An option on the car, very, very nice option on this car. Really looks great. Fender lip, all tin. There is absolutely no problems in this car at any point of its life. It's been this way. Everything around the windshield nice as could be. Rear view mirror, driver's side. All the chrome around this door that's partway open. All the chrome around the wing area, around your windows. Normally these are all pitted and distorted from one reason or another. This one is absolutely the way it left the factory. Again, the molding on top by the whisker wipe, whatever you want to call it, as new. Same thing with this piece of trim here. No marks on the stainless steel mirror. The door hinges, obviously, exterior hinges on this particular vehicle. Running boards, ironing boards, whatever you want to call them. Really nice. I mean, no deterioration, no swell areas in it whatsoever. The top is absolutely the way it was when it was brand new. There's no marks, no stains, no issues whatsoever. How about that? These things had a glass window even back then. And it's a heated back window. It has a rear defroster in it. Huh. Amazing. Window wipe back here the same way. I guess you call this a quarter panel. I don't know. No marks, no issues whatsoever. Again, the rubber beading as it was in the front. Front and back look the same on this car. Anyway, stone chip guard. No chips on it. The rubber between our rear fender and the quarter panel. Just as nice as you'd ever want to find. 4 brand new tires on this car too, by the way. There's no issues with the rubber. The rear tail lights, nice original trim around them, and just as nice and shiny and clean plastic as you'd ever want to find. There's absolutely nothing on the side of this car. There's no dents, no dings, no marks, no chips. Just like a new car. Very nice car. Let's see what's out back. Okay, the back end of our little Beetle Bug convertible. Again, the paint on this thing is just exemplary. It's absolutely beautiful. There's no marks, no chips, no dings, absolutely nothing. Even down low, the rear, I guess you call it rear fascia, same as would be underneath a Camaro back bumper, it would be the same thing. There's absolutely nothing. Fuel injection designation on the back, which it is. Fires right up, lights right up every time for you. Back bumperettes in the back. It's weird. I can feel something on this chrome. It has like a little bit of a roughness, but I can't see anything. That's weird. So I'm going to say that there might be a little patina that you can't see, but you can feel on the back bumper of this vehicle. It's just absolutely beautiful. The alignment of the rear deck, you can see, is just as just as it was up front. I mean, 1/8 of an inch, I guess the same way as it would be on a Camaro or a Roadrunner or a Chevelle. I mean, the fitment is very comparable. There's not much of a back end to it, but what there is absolutely flawless. So let's go around to the driver's or passenger side and see what we got there. Okay, passenger side of our little Beetle bug. Again, the trim piece that goes between the fender and the quarter panel. Again, all tin. Hubcaps, no marks. Dog dishes, same way. Again, I can't believe how nice the chrome is and the window fitment on the side of this car, especially for a convertible. Wipes on the back of the quarter the same way. Quarter panel, stone chip deflector, really nice. Tinted glass on the sides too, how about that? All around this car has tinted glass on it. The top is absolutely perfect. There's not a single mark, not a deviation, absolutely nothing on this top. It's just as perfect as you can find. Door handle on this side, same as the other side. There's no patina on it, nothing. Wipe in the front window here, just as nice as could be. Again, our trim piece, our ironing boards, really nice. Even the trim piece. Ah, here's a ding. I found a dingy. There's a little tiny ding on that ironing board. Just as nice as you'd want to find the rest of the way around, though. Right around the window. All this trim is just gorgeous. Yep. I had the car 2 minutes. I managed to break something already. I knocked the windshield squirter off, but it's back in place now. Again, mirror on this side. No chips or marks on it. Carmen Body Works. Moniker from them who built these vehicles, apparently. Gas filler door, original gas cap. Absolutely no dents, marks, nothing on this door. The fitment is just as nice as anything that we have in the building. It's really that nice a car. Same with the passenger side front fender. We're back where we started up front on this guy. And, there's no marks on the paint, no chips, no dings. We're going to do an interior presentation and an undercarriage for you here in a second. But again, this is a car that's totally out of character for hangsters in Daytona Beach or PA for that matter. And I saw this thing and fell in love with it and had to have it and present it to someone because do your homework. What you see, what we're offering you this car for, they do far above that at any sale that you take a look at. If you want to take a look at your Barrett sales and your Mecum sales or wherever you want to ratio this price to whatever everybody else is getting for them, you'd be very surprised at what you can buy this car for. And the quality of this car cannot be any better than what you're looking at right now here at Hangsters. Take a look at this one. It's going to go up shortly, and you're going to be very surprised at what you can own this car for. And we have all the paperwork with this. Window sticker, all the registrations from whenever the car was new. It is a 2-owner car. Beautiful piece of equipment. Okay, we're in the interior of our 1978 Volkswagen Beetle Bug Champagne 2 Edition Cabriolet convertible. This car is as new as you'll ever find one. You can't see it, but the liner inside this convertible top is just as new as the outside of this convertible top. It is absolutely flawless. Carpeting in the back where the top goes down is just absolutely perfect. There's no marks on it. Back seat, side panels, door panels, front seat, everything is as it was when it was new. It's just absolutely beautiful. Nicely padded. There's no cracks or any problems whatsoever in the steering wheel. It's still resilient. There's no chunks taken out or anything. Really nice as can be. Pretty limited to gauges in this, but it does have a working clock in it. It has a fuel gauge. That's important. Speedometer I know works. The radio I have no idea. The wipers I know work. I did try them, but we're going to show you that in our drive video. Really nice car inside. The floor mats aren't worn whatsoever in the vehicle. They have the rubber sections that go in the Volkswagen carpets. Carpets through the center and on the sides are just as nice as you'd ever want it to find. Just as nice as could be. Looks like a set of auxiliary speakers that are put in the two kick panels that go with a, at least at the era, updated radio, a cassette player radio. There are absolutely no deviations or problems. Look at the chrome on the inside of these wing structures. Inside of the wings, the rubber around them. Everything is just the way it was when it was new. And again, we have original owner's manuals, window sticker, all the books with this vehicle, everything that you would expect to find in a new vehicle we have with this one. It does have the boot also for the convertible top when it's down, and Devin will probably show you that when he throws the top down and puts some still pictures up for you on it. Inside is absolutely gorgeous. I can't see a single thing in this vehicle that is out of place. 4-speed. This car is as new as you're ever going to find one. Very nice car. Check out the price. Check out your Hankster site. You're going to be in for a real surprise at what you can buy this car for. We got a clock that's working. Let's see what we got here. We got turn signals working left. Turn signals working right. We got windshield wipers working. We got radio working. How about that? We don't even have that in $100,000 cars. No power steering, no power brakes, no power windows, no air conditioning, no gauge package. You got a gas gauge. Look at this. Solid as a rock. Look. No hands going down the road. None. Let's see if it stops no hands. Stops no hands. Oh, there. Oh, better put it in gear. Speedometer registering. We're traveling at a blistering 35 mile an hour. Now we're up to 40. Real tight steering, very, very nice, tight, responsive steering on the car. Not a single shake, rattle, shimmy, nada, nothing, nothing. Great little car. Let's see, crank it up here a little bit. Very, very nice, tight car. Very nice. There's not one single thing to complain about on this thing. See what it looks like underneath, but I mean the rest of this car is just new. Just new. Look. Hi, we're underneath our 1978 Volkswagen Super Beetle Champagne 2 edition. Red Peach. Really neat vehicle. This thing spent most of its life in California and then it went to Tennessee. So it's a two-owner car from what we understand, and it's just as absolute new a vehicle as you could possibly find. I don't know if you can see it in the video that Devin's shooting, but it still has the cadmium plating on the bolts. The straps and all your ties and everything around the boots are still nice and clean and undisrupted, still have the original type zinc coating on them. The filter on the fuel line that comes from the gas tank is not even dirty on this vehicle. It does have rack and pinion steering. Drum brakes in the front and in the rear. I guess they didn't use discs on this vintage of Volkswagen vehicle. It does have a front sway bar. Bushings are original and as absolute new as you could possibly find. No pulls or anything on the front fascia area. The floor pans, the main structure, I guess it's kind of a wishbone structure on these vehicles with somewhat of a perimeter monocoque type frame. I'm not really sure of the absolute construction of a Volkswagen. I've never really been into them that much until now. This thing's really a nice vehicle. Floor pans, you can see, are absolutely undisrupted. They're as they were when they were new, same as the frame structures, same as your wishbone structural supports down through the center. There's not much between the front and the rear of this thing other than floor pans, so you can see the front ones are absolutely new. The rear ones are absolutely new. There's absolutely nothing on this vehicle that doesn't look like it did whenever the car was new. Let's see what's on the back third of it, because we're 2/3 of the way through it already. There's not too much to show because everything is either on the front and the back of this thing. There's nothing in the center of it, and it's just a great solid vehicle. Let's see what's on the back. Okay, we're underneath our driveline in our Volkswagen Beetle, and as you can see, there are absolutely no leaks. The original aluminum transaxle, no leaks whatsoever. Nice aluminum finish on it yet. Drum brakes in the back. The CV joints, both inners and outers, are absolutely like new. The heater boxes are shiny yet and still have some of the original plating and paint on them. Engine itself, the zinc plating on the shrouds that go around the cylinders themselves is still nice and shiny, totally undisrupted, no corrosion whatsoever. Same way with the exhaust system. You can see the exhaust headers themselves are absolutely like new. It's a nice Volkswagen. No leaks, no issues. The original shocks front and back, from what I can see. Still cadmium plating on almost all your fasteners that are still present. The brake line's the same way. It's totally undisrupted. 1978 Volkswagen Champagne 2 Edition Beetle Bug Convertible, and it's available here at Hangsters, and you can have a heck of a lot of fun with this thing. It's an absolutely beautiful vehicle. I like it.